Hello everyone, and welcome to another stream of the live. How are you all doing? Yeah, nothing happened, Max, because no one saw it. Yeah, ditto is the right answer, because it can be whatever you want it to be. Yeah, I like Two Tycoon so much on Thursday that I decided to do it again. It was actually great. But how are you all doing? Doing well? Had a good weekend? Or still having a good weekend? Did anything exciting? Snorlax. Why? Because he's the physical embodiment of your mom? I'm so glad you're doing a Zoo Tycoon stream. Not my first one, actually. I did on Thursday. That was great. Yeah, anyone who wasn't able to be here Thursday, if you're here now, then this will be your first Zoo Tycoon stream. You're going to a baseball game tonight. Well, have fun. Also, sorry about the your mom joke, by the way. It came into my head and I had to take the opportunity. That Firefox is the sexiest. Ninetales. Or what's the one? Like the starter from Gen 6? Delphox? Yeah, that's the one. Ninetales is one of the best Pokemon, like one of my favorites. Also, anyone who didn't see the notification has no idea what question is everyone answering. Although that Firefox is the sexiest kind of answer to this. Didn't FIFA come out? Did it? I don't know, I don't care. Doesn't FIFA come out every year? So, is it anything new? Hey Dirklink, is your park finished? Because Dirklink has been live like all day. Basically, he did a live stream on his 10k subs celebration milestone. Possibly inspired by my 100k sub milestone live stream. And then he liked it, so he started doing more live streams. And I love it. Because it's great. And he's just finished building a 100 by 100 park in a single day. Unless he's still alive and live streaming this. Which would be a little bit Inception-like. He streams for almost 10 hours, but will not live stream to detail everything. That makes sense. It takes a lot of time to build those parks. It's funny. You can beat all 146 scenarios quicker than you can build a 100 by 100 detailed park. So, anyway. We are playing Zoo Tycoon and we're gonna load the zoo. Zoo.zoo. So, this is where we ended up. Alright, I need to not WASD, but the arrow keys to move around. We have orcas. We have a giraffe. Well, more than one giraffe. Giraffes. We have unicorns. Very nicely. And the male version, I think I see him. Yeah, it's a beautiful black specimen. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Can't you raise the land in this game? Yeah, I did. But most animals don't particularly like that. We have bison who have just given birth to American bison. Wait, 7? How many do we have? Well, 7 presumably. Well, no, number 3 and number 4 are no longer there, so only 5. Name an animal. Name one of the unicorns Charlie. Is that a reference? I'll name this one Charlie, because this is the male one. Charlie. There we go. Well, thank you for the 23 months. Oh, and for the gifted sub Slime and 23 months Duvel. Now, that's some good water. Ooh, the penguin fence is not doing so hot. I see. Do we need more mechanics? How many do we have? 4. I don't know what the meta is. Some Zoo Tycoon players like Cerulean gave me some info. I didn't read through a lot of it, so I don't really know all that much more. Thank you for the bits, Magic Geeks. What animal from Zoo Tycoon would you be? A T-Rex? I don't know. Name the other unicorn chocolate factory. Nice. Thank you for this gifted sub, Slime. I'll name the other one Chocolate Factory. Although, technically the black one, this one could be a white chocolate factory. The other one's more chocolate-like. Does that even, that doesn't fit, I think. It does. How many more characters can we... Okay, it does fit. We have 5 characters left. I have written 500 words of this paper just since 10 AM. What time is it now where you live? Because if you were living in my time, so that would not be that impressive. Okay, we have crocodiles. Oh, by the way, do you remember that last time? Let's first start building an animal, then I'll do the story. What shall we build? Oh, I like ankylosaurs, but they're a bit expensive at the moment. Do we have lions? Let's do lions. Let's do lions. Okay, since we can do tigers in this fence, lions are probably also fine. Okay, this will be big enough. Let's put the gate here so that we can link it up with another one on the other side later. So, do you guys remember that last time I said there is some video of me from when I was about 7, and I wasn't indeed exactly 7, that my mom took of me playing Zoo Tycoon with a video camera. Because back then we didn't have fancy phones on us all the time. Well, I went to my mom's place today. My brother was there as well. And she has those videos and I have them now. I'm not going to show them today. But that's very cool. And the interesting thing is, in that video, I was actually... obviously playing Zoo Tycoon. Oh, whoops. But I had built pretty much the same animals. In that zoo I had Bengal tigers, I believe. But I definitely had crocodiles. I had orcas. I had... No, there was another one I had. I had giraffes. I had gazelles. So I basically haven't changed. Okay. Wave 2 crowd is now available. We're still doing research? I thought we were done with research. Let's first finish this. So I uploaded the VOD of this to my VODs channel. And it's doing amazingly well. People were really liking it. People said I should start making videos on Zoo Tycoon. And that has been in my head. So I might make one soon. Because that would be interesting, wouldn't it? The problem is that I don't know a lot about it yet, so I'm gonna have to scour websites for information. Okay, let's see. Research. Oh, we're still doing research on the top one. Okay. Marcel Vos is going to be the Marcel Vos of Zoo Tycoon. Yeah, the problem with that is... Okay, what do lions prefer? Okay, that one. The problem with that... Let's see if I can make this incredibly suitable. I've learned some tricks. So... Oh, I need to do the grid on as well. Yeah, these are not... This is not properly on the grid. The problem with that is that it's really difficult to do research. Because you can't fast forward and such. And it's not like a properly HD thing. It's a little bit more difficult because there's no open version of it. So it's a little bit more tricky. But it's doable. I don't have foxes yet. I don't think you can have foxes. Also, thank you for the 14 months, Jarsnel. Okay, the reason I'm building these on these grids... I think I could start with a simple video just about this. The reason I'm building these on these grids in the 4-in-1 tile is because animals will always like more trees, but they only want a certain amount of tiles to have trees on them. But if a tile has a tree on them, it already counts as having a tree. And then more trees is better. So if you have, let's say, 30 tiles with a tree, they might not want another tile with a tree, but they will love it if you build... Let's see, do we need... Almost this enough? Yes. They will love it if you fill those tiles with more trees, because they already have a tree on them. And you can see that here. You can see they don't like this, red face, but if I now fill it with more trees... You get green faces. Can't really see them now, but... And that's because there's already a tree there, so it does make them unhappy. Yeah, what's making these unhappy? Maybe white Bengal tiger number whatever. Oh, they want more of the same. Is he the only one left? Yes. Well, that will make me unhappy too. You know what? I'm gonna sell you. And I'm gonna place new white Bengal tigers. Because you are probably old and almost dead anyway. Okay. So we have this. I'm gonna go for the gold plaque for excellent exhibit design. So. Now it's time for that. Oh, and we need rocks. Rocks do not behave the same. So we can place as many rocks as we want, just randomly strewn about. God, they want a lot of rocks. Well, there we go. The gold plaque already. That was surprisingly easy. This trick works really well. Okay, now we still have some more toys to do. How about a small lion rock? One there. One there. And a large lion rock. Yeah, thank you for the gifted sub, Felonious Pedigrees. Yeah, Zoo Tycoon has been a while. Well, for me it's only been a little while. Namely, 3 days. But before that, it had been a long time, baby. Okay. Yeah, they're a bit hungry. Wait, already given birth? They haven't even had food yet. Now they have. Well, that's very nice. And there we go. That are the lions. I hope they do give me the lion's share of the profit. 2 already? What? They give 2 at a time? Wow. It might make me some profit. I managed to sell some of them. I hope one of them is going to use the lion's rock. That would be cool. They always have twins, do they? Interesting. Oh, Dromedary Camel 2 has given birth. I kind of wish there was a zoom level in between these two. But unfortunately there isn't. Thank you for the follow, Feuer Drachen. Ah, there's the little one. Let's see, how are our finances doing? I believe we're doing not too bad. We made 13k in November. That's pretty sweet. Because we didn't build a lot. So yeah, we're doing actually pretty well. Although 5k I think may have been from something like an award. I want our finances graph. Okay, yeah, that's donations. This is profit. I can't see a proper finances graph, right? You can switch to bar graph. I just want like a money in the bank graph. But I don't know if that's there. The guests and other assets in Zoo Tycoon 1 are the exact same as the one in Sid Meier's Sim Golf. Oh yeah, they might have stolen that from now on. That's obviously not stolen, but copied, purchased, whatever. Hey, we got this one. That's the one I wanted. Best Zoo. Don't know what to get. I could of course do a video on how to get all awards. I do want to upload the video about me playing Zoo Tycoon as a little kid as well. But first I would need to subtitle it. And when I watched it, it was clear that it was a bit difficult to understand what I said at times. So that might be a little bit of work. Okay, let's turn off the grid. There we go, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Now, I'm not gonna sell any baby animals for a while, because I have a feeling that those baby animals and stuff give a lot of, make the people give a lot of extra concessions. Or a lot of extra donations. Which is obviously very useful. Okay, next animal, not a cheap one. Maybe something like a chimpanzee. I think chimpanzees and gorillas can live together. Because they actually do in the wild too. So how about that? Now you don't want a chain link fence because they will climb out of the cage. So let's do a plexiglass exhibit fence. Oh no, a gazelle has died. Boo-hoo. Let's place the gate opposite here so that the zookeeper has a nice easy job. Okay, yeah, they like that. Nice. Monkey! With massive testicles. Do they like hills? Yes, they do. This is good enough. And we start with some shelters. Do they even need shelters? Let's see. No, they don't. Oh, Lowland Gorilla 1 would like to have a mate. Wait, but they don't want more. That's weird. Anyway, let's do the terrain. The massive testicles was a Top Gear quote. I think Jeremy Clarkson said that. Yeah, I'll give you your grass back in a minute. First we're gonna do... Oh, you don't really need water? Ah. It's a bit tricky to keep them both happy at the same time, but I'll do my best. Okay, some foliage. How about the rain? Nope. How about... Nope. That one will do. Now, how about we make them a little bit happier? Just like that. They will always like that. Yeah, you can't get Zoo Tycoon anywhere anymore. So just get it wherever you can. Like this? No. Ah, yes. That's a big tree. I mean, yeah, you can buy a physical DVD, of course, somewhere, but that's gonna be expensive, probably. Oh, I mean, not that expensive. But it's gonna be difficult to deal with. At least, I don't even have a physical disc drive. Okay, this should be good enough for that. And then how about... So if I place the toy of the gorilla, like... Yeah, the gorillas don't like this. But I hope that they like their own toy more than they dislike the toy from the other species. Because that would still mean net happiness. Also, I can't place this anywhere because it's massive. Oh, now there's suddenly not enough shelters. Oh, it does not like the small chimpanzee bars. Okay, that's a red thing. Too much rainforest. Okay. How about now? What if I... Okay, none of them like that. How about some more rocks? Too much grass, too much rainforest. What else do you want? Dirt? Well, yes. Apparently. Zoo Tycoon complete series collection is like 30 to 35 US dollars on eBay. CD-ROM drives are also viable if a computer lacks a CD drive. Yeah, but I don't want to fiddle with that. I mean, I have a working version right now. So, I'm not gonna be difficult about that. Not enough dirt, too much grass. Okay, now of course this is only the gorilla. I don't know how happy the chimpanzees are currently. Not enough shelters. I thought I didn't want a shelter. I don't know if I can fit one in. What kind of shelter do you will? Burrow? No, they don't want a cave. Okay, just a normal one. So I'll put it against the edge. And then... Okay, they want a toy, but the other one doesn't want their toy. And how about... God, where's... I can't find the chimpanzee. How unhappy are they? More foliage, more rocks. Oh, I forgot the rocks. Too much dirt. Okay, so too much dirt. More rocks. They all like that. Good. Not enough rainforest floor. Too much dirt. Okay. It's really difficult to keep them all happy. Oh, and needs more foliage still. How about this? Is it good enough? Okay, there's enough foliage. Just not enough rainforest floor, but there's not explicitly too much of anything. Well, apparently they just don't need water. Like, do you still need more rainforest floor? Or are you just impossible to be together with gorillas? Like, really? How much rainforest do you want? Okay, how about the gorilla? I probably messed that up. Yeah, too much, still too much rainforest, but the other one's not enough. I can't do that together. You know what? Gorillas, you're out. This is not gonna work. I thought they worked together from memory. Hang on. I only made... We already have a small chimpanzee. Okay, there's one more gorilla. Bye-bye, gorilla. Okay. Time to make the chimpanzee entirely happy. Not enough rainforest floor. And yeah, I'll definitely give you a toy as well. Okay, I don't like that. I do like that. Okay. Is this good? Yeah, now you just like a toy. I'll give you a toy. It's funny because I don't have time to play with so many toys. Damn it. I can never keep you all happy. Okay, good. It's funny because, you know, gorillas and chimpanzees don't really work together. But if you do this, they do like it. Their gorilla mate. Do you also like a... Yeah, they like a bongo. Do they like a jaguar? Yes, they don't even live on the same continent. How about an anteater? Yep. Or a Malaysian tapir. Or a Caudipteryx. Okay, they don't like that. Wouldn't the jaguar eat them? I think they're a bit big for a jaguar. Chimpanzees are quite vicious animals, you know? Hang on, do I see more than 4 stegosauri? I think I see 5. Cool, we have a 5th stegosaurus. And do we also have more than 5 lions? Let's just go through the list to see if we still have enough of everything. Okay, we have 5 bison. We have 5 Bengal tigers. We have Charlie. We have Chocolate Factory. We have 4 chimps. We have 5 dromedary camels. 3 penguins. 3 giraffes. I hope they're not all males. No, we have 1 female. Well, she gotta work. Wait, hang on. Oh, we actually have 4, but one is called Necklace Cage, who is also female. We have 1 male lion and 4 female lions. Although 2 are still young, so he has to wait a little bit for those. 3 orcas. We have 4 zebras. Damn, the first crocodiles are still alive. And we have 5 crocodiles and 5 stegosauri. Only 2 gazelles. Well, they gotta get it done. And 3 white Bengal tigers. Tigers being unhappy again. Well, this one's happy. That one's happy. That one's, you know, reasonably happy. How about the other ones? Well, there's not really any reason for them to be unhappy. Well, the suitability is only 59. Is it on the small side for so many tigers? How about I just sell you? And you. We had too many anyway. think that's better. Name an orca shampoo. Is that a reference? I don't know. You can expand the exhibit. No, I can't. There's already water on it. Or water, a path all around it. Shampoo. So, we've had shampoo for a while now in the real world, but when is a company gonna make shampoo? Yeah, that's a good water. We keep losing guests, by the way. We only have 282 left. And the most common, well, not only a complaint necessarily, but the most common thing is that they're hungry. Well, there are plenty of restaurants and stuff. Although not necessarily one literally next to the entrance. What if I built one here? What if I built a restaurant as close to the entrance as I can? There we go. Also, as you can see, unlike Zoo Tycoon guests, these guests aren't afraid to walk on the grass, because you saw a few doing it here. And maybe they might be doing it somewhere else in the park as well. I don't know. In the park, in the zoo. Thank you for the follow, DMCT12. So we were on like 150k, now we're on 160k again. Looks like we keep making money faster and faster. Which is of course really good. Yeah, we made a little bit of profit, although 15k was from an award. Well, we made 8k profit in March. Wait, no, the award was in January. With 28k private donations. Oh, thank you for the prime sub, Ladybus. How you doing? How's life going? How's the streaming going? Can you trap them in a path not connected? No, you can't. Because, you know, let's try it there. And I'll grab her. Put her there. She should be walking out of there pretty much immediately. Ooh, Stegosaurus 6 has hatched. Good. Okay, maybe not pretty much immediately. She's currently like, where the hell am I? Where was I just dropped? What's going on? She's a bit confused. But she should not become lost. I'm good. Nice. Good to hear. I always enjoy your streams when I get to catch them. Why did God pick me up? That's a good question. I sometimes ask myself that question too. Maybe if you put many people in the same tile, let's see. Or maybe they are trapped. I can't put more than 4 on the same tile. Oh, Thompson Gazelle 8 has died. Hang on, that means we only have 1 gazelle left. Unless they got busy. Wait a minute, an orca has died. Oh no, no wait, I renamed them. Never mind. Yeah, we only have 1 gazelle who's probably old as well, so bye bye. And we'll just get new gazelles. There we go, easy. Are the people still there? They are still there. I think they're actually trapped. I thought they couldn't be. But I think they are. Interesting. Well, let's relieve them. Yeah, it's pretty clear that they were trapped. Because they're so slow. Yeah, it's very different. In RCT, they really walk quickly from right to right. But I suppose it makes sense in a zoo that they're... Hang on. Why is this... Oh, did I accidentally... Oh, I got black bugs instead of gazelles. Whoops. Okay, I'll just get rid of them. Because the trees are not nice for them. And I would need to replace all the trees. There we go. The female one is close enough that I didn't notice the difference. In a theme park, you just walk from right to right, and it's all about the ride. But in a zoo, it's more about just quiet, you know, calmly looking at some animals and stuff. Also, I need to make this 22. I'll make a lot more profit. The crocodile exhibit is getting a bit crowded, ain't it? How many crocs do we have now? Saltwater crocodiles is in the ass. We have 6. So what genders are these? Male, female, female, male. Is it getting a bit full? Yeah. I'll just sell the oldest two then. Hungry and can't find any food. Well, that's just the fault of the zookeeper. Which zookeeper is assigned? I should be able to find that. Can I? I have like a list of exhibits. That's this again. Is there any zookeeper assigned? Yeah, zookeeper 2 is assigned. Well, I'll just drop zookeeper 2 right here. Get them some food. Welcome, Eloxin 7. Okay, now they'll be able to eat again. Check this though. Suitability 99. Hell yeah. I really like the look of this exhibit. Looks really nice. Okay, we're at 169,000. We made money in April as well. It took us only 350,000 before we started making money. But we are making money. So that's nice. And the zoo is growing. Although we are still losing guests. And more are becoming hungry. Are the restaurants too expensive? Is it that? Do they have thoughts? Okay, just that all the animals look overjoyed. I need to use the restroom. I'm thirsty. Not really any negative thoughts, except that it's either the restaurant, there's the restaurant, let's eat good. I mean, I have a few toilets around the park. And in these kind of areas, there's like pretty much no guests here anyway. Like everyone is hanging around in the central area. Might as well just not build the other areas. So, let's start advertising. Wait, I'm already advertising. Is it? Oh, it's still too expensive, isn't it? Let's go down to like 37 then. Because I'm advertising and I'm still losing guests. That must mean I'm generating not enough. And I don't know how much you can ask. I started at 22. Okay, let's start just do 34. When I was a kid, I thought overjoyed meant that they were actually too happy. That's not an unreasonable assumption. Oh, we have statistics here. We have 52 animals, 12 exhibits, 17 attractions. I think those are like the big buildings and stuff. 258 guests, 13 staff, and 82 zoo benefactors. Whatever that is. Does it matter if the guests can reach the exhibits? Probably. It probably does. I wonder if this game has little Easter eggs if you name guests and animal specific names. It does, yes. I got the unicorn, I believe, from naming this exhibit. Where's the... There we go. We're naming it Xanadu. And I got another thing. Let's see. For naming this one Supercroc. Isn't there like something you can do to get like a Megalodon or something? Do I get like some kind of dino? The Loch Ness Monster I probably got from Supercroc. I could do something else with the show. Guests like a show. I could also do a bluefin tuna. They breed like crazy. Oh, how about good old bottlenose dolphins? Yeah, let's do bottlenose dolphins. I like those. Okay, let's first build path all around here. Might be one for Bigfoot as well. Well, I already have a Yeti available. Okay, tank time. Fence. Let's use Atlantean tank wall. Why not? That should be good enough. And then next to it, a bigger show tank. Because they don't need space. They just need space to perform. They don't need privacy. They're just dolphins. I'll put these next to each other. And let's raise this. Okay. Then let's build a path around it. Yes, I am playing Zoo Tycoon, our gamer. I hope you like my mixing and matching of the paths everywhere. Okay, now it's time to put in some... Where are they? The show stands. There they are. Oh, whoops. Before we even have animals. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Now it's time to put in some animals. Nicolas Cage has given birth. Good. Time for a marine specialist. Hang on. The show tank is a lot deeper. Well, that's fine. White Bengal Tiger 6 is not happy. Well, why not? Do I have to sell you? Maybe... I mean, there is a thing that's about... that they don't have privacy because every fence is a see-through fence, but the thing is they can complain about that and they're not complaining. What if I do replace it? Like, does that make a difference? If I just replace one, also that still seems fairly see-through. Well, whatever, it's just one animal. Let's actually make our bottlenose dolphins happy. By doing some foliage. And that one. There's a show starting, but they don't have any show things yet. What are they gonna perform? Maybe some waves? Although, also, they're not in the tank at the moment, so they can't judge. Oh, they're doing a tail walk. That's cool. That's quite cool. Literally, no one is watching. I'm gonna make the show... I can make the show more expensive here. I'll make it $12. I'm gonna make it a better show. After these fellas... There we go. Just forcefully enter the show. Okay, so... What about... Okay, you still want more? Oh, that was literally the perfect amount. And then... Okay. I think you can change the frequency of the show too, can you? Well, I'll first make the show and then I'll be bothered with that. Okay, so... Do they want this? Let's put 2 in of those. 2 dolphin balls. And, I don't know, 4 hoops. I think that's all they need. And then... how do we make the show? There we go. So if we up this to there. Okay, we can remove that. 'Cause that doesn't... Oh, hang on. Okay, how about a hoop jump? Another hoop jump. Another tail walk. Play with ball. Flip. Belly flop. Tail walk. Play with ball. Flip. Belly flop. Jump. Wave the crowd. Spin. Oh, there. We can't add any more tricks. Do guests need to pay for the show? Yes, but only if they want to sit in the stands. They can just stand next to it and watch anyway. I'll move this out of the way so that you can see whatever they're doing. Okay. Do I... So what if I just remove a spin and add in a wave to crowd? It only goes to 60. Yeah, so the belly flop, I guess 59. What did I remove? It was at 61. Was the tail walk? No. Let's remove the tail walk. Was it a hoop jump? No. Bubble jump. No, oh wait, I can still, I accidentally removed another one. No, I didn't. Is a wave to crowd that popular? Ah, well, you know, plus 60 is good enough. Thank you for the follow, Claude Anderson, and for the sub, Jost RP. The exhibit is so high, I bet the guests in the stand can barely even see the show. Yeah, that's true, but they don't need to. I don't care if they can see the show. Okay, is our guest number going up? No, it isn't. It's still going down and down. What's wrong? Like, if we see admissions income has gone down significantly since May, but that's when I lowered... That's when I lowered the price. Why are all the guests leaving? We were at like 330 something. Like, it keeps going down. 340 we were at even. It has gone up slightly since June. So, that's good, I suppose. I'll just, you know, we're making money, so that's good. We actually made profit in quite a few months. So it's not too bad. I wonder what's the massive difference between a 9k and a 20k, 21k. Just put in a no entry sign. Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't really work. Ooh, look at these nice bars. Should be an open zoo tycoon. That might happen at some point. If someone is willing to put in the work. Might also never happen. Because it is a lot of work. You know what's interesting about like the southern sea otter? They can like live on the land. Then have a tank within their exhibit. And then have another show tank connected to that. I'm not going to do this right now because I just made a tank and, well, they're expensive. Kind of want some kind of... How about a woolly mammoth? I think we need some big fences for that as well. So how about we take this one? And then we do a woolly mammoth. And how about we do a non-rectangular cage? I know, it's revolutionary. But I want one. Okay. And then I'm gonna connect it like that. And it's a perfect fit. Look at all those guests going to the show. Well, that's one way to move them from one side of the park to the other. Holy damn. It's just... That's nearly everyone in the entire park. Dang. Okay. And... Oh, I can't do that yet. Oh, this is... You can go. We need a scientist for this. So if I just build another one on the other side later, that'll be... Okay, so if I assign you to there. And then... Oh yeah, snow is about the most expensive ground texture in the game. So I don't know if I wanted to go for something slightly less expensive, how smart this was. Yeah, it's cost me 27k. That's a lot. What else do they want? Greystown. Ah, okay, that makes sense. The funny thing is, doing this only makes it all easier. Cheaper, I mean. Because it's suddenly no longer snowed and it goes from grass to like grey rock. Oh, they also want brown rocks. Or stone. How about dirt? No. A little bit of grass. They don't mind it when I change the water to grass. So they probably like it if I do this. Yeah. Do that. Okay, so how about some gravel? No? Asphalt? Also not. Okay. Name the scientist Jeff Goldblum. Well, if I can find him. Oh, there he is. No, that's not the scientist. Seriously, where is he though? Is he secretly watching the show? Also, what is it with those hairy elephants and constantly making noise? Can you put all elephant ties in the same place? Well, no, they live in very different exhibits. Okay, seriously, where are you? You need to clean up their poop. Yeah, doesn't like it. Okay, I'll name him later. More foliage, more rocks, not enough shelters. Well, they definitely need some kind of ice cave. And then more foliage. And some little already. I suppose it. Oh, they don't like too much of that. Oh god dang, it's a rubble. They're rubble makers. Whoops. Yeah. Go away with your stupid rubble. But seriously though, where is my scientist? Let's find out. Scientist do. He's just going back to the exhibit now. What were you doing with the Stegosauri? Like, we have scientist 1 who is assigned to that. Damn, this made some good money. One of your penguin's fences is decaying. Oh yeah, fences are always decaying. They'll get fixed at some point. Okay, the scientist is here now. That's another rubble. Damn, so much rubble. They're just walking over trees like it's their job. This is madness. Like, why? It'll take a little bit. Eventually they'll stop doing it. Oh, I also need to put in rocks. Just put that. Okay, that's good. And that, there's of course already another one. 2 more. They caused the rubble themselves. Bigger trees. This is literally the biggest Arctic tree I have. But I believe the size of the tree doesn't matter. It's what you do with it. Stegosaurus 1 is very sick. Well, he is old. So maybe he'll die soon from oldness. Just like Queen Elizabeth did. On her death certificate it does say died of old age. Which I find interesting. But it just means that a very old person has been slowly decaying in health over a while. And is now just eventually, you know, something failed, maybe it's heart failure or something like that. But it's not like one big thing that suddenly was the cause of death. Which makes sense. You know, it's like with my granddad from my father's side. It's just, he didn't, like, no one literally dies of old age. He died in his sleep, and I don't know of what, maybe some heart failure, maybe stroke, whatever, I don't know. But he was just very old. Oh, I have him now, so I can name him Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum, isn't that like a character from Jurassic Park or something? White Bengal tiger is not happy. Yeah, what is it with you Bengal tigers and not being happy? Like, it doesn't say anything about why they're not happy. Oh, it's the actor. It just says they're not happy. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again with a proper non-see-through fence. What if I do that, now that I have a lot of privacy? Is that better? Can you put people with the alligators and will they ride them? No, they will not. Okay, so the guest's happiness has slightly improved. And the guest count has too. But I suppose the problem is now that we have no restaurant or anything near here. So, let's build some food stalls. And, well, let's just build a restaurant. How about another prairie dogsterant? So that they can walk straight on into my prairie dog. I know, it's very thematically fitting. Is the game older or newer than RCT2? It's older than RCT2 and newer than RCT1. If privacy is an issue, then it will say that they are feeling crowded by the guests. I know. But I thought that they might not say it and still it might be an issue. Also, Cerulean, glad you're here. I got the golden plaque from doing this. The golden exhibit plaque. It worked. I got it before I was even done with the exhibit. I was still placing rocks or something and I already got it. Also, why are my Bengal tigers not happy? Like, what's wrong with them? None of them is happy. They have food. You are the expert. Well, maybe not the expert, but you are an expert. So tell me, what's wrong? Looks really furious, looks really furious. Yes, I know. But I want to know why. I don't care that they're not happy. Well, I do care, but... Like, I know. Just tell me why. Tell me why. Da 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 da. That's a Nightwish song. You probably don't know that. Also, how much can I charge Cerulean for... the entrance? Because I tried it at like 40, 45 and that was too much. The exhibit suitability is rather low, but it's odd because that exhibit looks fine. Perhaps it's all the prehistoric trees. Yeah, but it doesn't complain about any trees. Like, you say it's having a foliage issue, but it should say it has a foliage issue. Like, it doesn't. That's the thing. Of course, the suitability is not perfect. And especially, you know, you're mixing and matching different animals, so it's never gonna be perfect. Like, yeah, some of them want more trees, others don't. And of course, they're all happy with these trees. Oh, now it's just large amount of foliage makes unhappy. But they're all unhappy. I think that while White Bengal Tiger 2 doesn't like so-and-so message isn't there, maybe you simply like the current foliage less than the ideal recommended foliage. Yeah, but like they're not complaining about anything. So their happiness should be at least decent. is the shelters. Like, is it that many too much shelters? Like, that can't be it, right? Like, did that one shelter... Because I wasn't supposed to be there anymore. Oh, the suitability is really high now. Why? Why did that one shelter make them unhappy? Like, what? Like, I can understand that makes them slightly unhappy. That's like... If that's like the 2-station stat requirement of the... What's it called? Chairlift. Like, if you only have one station, the excitement rating is just set to 0. That's like... Or those like divide by 8. Like, if you don't have a reverser on your reverser coaster... The excitement rating is divided by 8. It's like that extreme. Suddenly they're all becoming happy. But... Was it that specific shelter or was it just too many shelters? The reason there are too many is because we had more animals earlier. How can you even have a 1-station ski lift? Yeah, just goes round and round on the same station. You can build it in the game actually. So I understand actually 0 excitement from that. It's a weird thing with shelter capacity. It can be over, but not too much over, they get upset. Are you a Zoo Tycoon nerd as well? Because it sounds like you are, which is great. Because there are definitely Zoo Tycoon nerds, like I'm a Roller Coaster Tycoon nerd out there. But I don't know too many of them. I really know Cerulean, I know ZT Freak. And now know you. There are lots of hungry guests. Okay, so really, you might know. Is this... Is 16 too expensive? Guests are paying for it, but... Like, how many restaurants do I need? To satisfy all the hungry guests? Because this is really close by. So I don't really understand. Also, we have a lot of bison. How many penguins do we have? Wait, we only have... Or did I rename the other? Oh! Whoops, I forgot to add tank filters. Well, my bad. Oh, he's sick, so I'm gonna sell him. The other one died. Let's add tank filters. There we go, and let's get new dolphins. Yeah, I have to sing in dirty water swim in dirty water for a little bit, but it's fine. What I would do is click a few of the hungry guests to see where they're at, because they're super slow, you might have some blind spots. Well, the thing is, most hungry well, a lot of them are hungry. Okay, this one's literally next to a restaurant. This one is close to a restaurant. This one is on the show, close to a restaurant. This one's close to a restaurant. Like, they're all very close. Is 22 too expensive? Maybe it is too expensive. They are making a lot of money though. Because some guests do want to pay it. Should I cheapen it? Because like... If you need restaurants every 20 tiles, that's a lot. And I do have nothing here basically. But there's also... I have a restaurant, but... This restaurant's losing money. Okay, so 22 is too much. Below 20. I'll put it at 16 then. Just like the Prairie Dog restaurants. But 16 is the max there. So is 16 still too much for that? I don't know these metas. Someone told me 22 was enough. And I do remember making... I don't know if about maxing out. But I do remember making them all... The prices very high. Okay, this one can go up to 16. Do I have any other restaurants? Do I have like a list of amenities somewhere? Because currently have done 2. Well, 3 if you include the rainforest one. I think that's all. So is the difference from 22 to 16, would that be enough to fix all the hungry guest issues? 22 is fine economically, but some guests will only pay that much if they are really hungry. Oh. But it's interesting, because the number of hungry guests has gone up dramatically, like in the last 30 minutes. Before it was like 10 or 15, 20 maybe. So I don't know what's up with that. Because the restaurants were already that expensive. You should spam food stalls everywhere. Yeah, but they don't make as much money. And I want money. So... And I need money. So I started with 500k. I only have 100k left. Numbers dropped already. It was about 15 hours, around 40. Yeah, I did see that. It's still 40. Well, restroom and drink, they can also get that. Will Zoo Tycoon be one of the regulars on the stream? Possibly. For now it will be. I don't know long term. But it might very well be. Do we have too many crocs again? Yeah, we do. They're breeding like crocodiles. Like, seriously, we have 8 of them. So I'll just sell a bunch. I would like to keep at least 2 females. Okay, let's just sell all of these. There we go, that's better. Wow, we have a lot of Stegosauri. Is it too many? No, it is not. How much can we get from selling one? 3.2k, that's not bad. Let's sell the oldest 2. Much better. Oh, we only have 1 zebra. Deborah the zebra, and he's gone. Let's get new zebras. There we go. We have a lot of bison. Some tigers. Some dromedary camels. Quite a lot actually. Only 2 penguins. And they're both male. Well, they're probably they have a little bottled up hormones. So there you go. I'll give you another one. How many hungry guests do we have now? 22. That's a lot better indeed. The guest count is going down again as well. But that's probably the hungry guests leaving. Because they were unhappy and whatever. As for entry prices, setting the zoo to free will attracts extra guests obviously. However, it is not as good as far as money goes. Spawn rate goes down a bit as soon as you charge anything, but does not decline after that until you charge over 19. From there, steadily declines for every dollar more you charge. Hang on. Is it completely and entirely independent from how big your zoo is? I'll do it 19 then, because I want lots of guests, because they pay at restaurants and stuff. Because that would be stupid. Even Roller Coaster Tycoon is not that illogical. And is there also like a maximum your zoo can hold? I know the maximum is 1,000, but like if you only have 1 exhibit, will you ever get to 1,000? You can advertise, so maybe it ignores that. But maybe that's just me thinking too Roller Coaster Tycoon centric. Not entirely. The more animals you have, especially endangered ones and babies, increase spawn rates as well. Oh, nice. Name a zebra Deborah. Okay, I'll name the male one Deborah. We now have Deborah the Zebra. Have you played any other Chris Sawyer Tycoon games? I have not. Okay, all these, you know, extra happy animals and whatever could increase like the donations. Maybe we got 25k private donations in September. That's a lot. Bengal Tiger 7 has given birth. Very nice. Oh, I might stream Transport Tycoon at some point. Who knows? Wait, 14k recycling benefit? What's that from? Like, and November is only 2/3 finished. How did that happen? Like, we had like 6k, 4k, 4k, 14k! The compost building. I mean, probably, but why suddenly so much? Yeah, it's made us 44k, that's really good. Recycling benefit comes from destroying objects, selling animals on compost stations. But I haven't sold anything in November. I'm pretty sure. I haven't sold any... I have sold a few animals, but that didn't give me that much. I sold one zebra. That's it. Oh, I sold the Sagosauri. Oh, yeah, I did. Never mind. That's definitely it then. By the way, do we have rubble again here, or are they finished rubbling? Oh, large amount of foliage. Whoops. But no rubble. Damn, that's a very large amount of foliage. I did not realize I had put this much too much. Dang. In OpenRCT2, if I forgot to include a write type in the scenario editor when setting my sandbox parts, there any way I can fix it? Well, someone already told you. You can just open the park, get it via the cheat that was just explained to you by Donzia, and then do save scenario or convert save file to scenario. Use that save file, and you know that'll be it. We're at 73 hungry guests again. Is 16 for these too expensive? Like, this is crazy. Oh, and we have a few tired guests. I might not have enough benches. Did you try to enable stream mode? I did enable streamer mode. It should be enabled. Oh yeah, the sound went away for a bit because I clicked on Discord. If it's not in focus, I don't have sound. Like, okay, I understand there's not benches here, so I kind of neglected amenities in this part of the zoo. If you wish to increase the nations, then you need to have baby animals and really popular exhibits. Guests leaving the zoo also increase the chance that they donate when they leave. There's even a chance that they become a zoo benefactor, in which case they will continue to donate every month after they leave. They have to be really happy to do that. Oh, yeah, I have a few zoo benefactors. I have 96. Is that much? Well, there's a show starting. Thank you for all the info, by the way. But what's it with all the hungry guests? Okay, so I'm just gonna spam food stalls anyway, just to make them happier. Because I want to get like to at least like 400 guests. Alright. So that's a good amount. And we already got 300 guests ages ago. How about a hot dog stand? Next to another hot dog stand. Yeah, great idea, Marcel. How about a drink stand? That's decent, given your zoo is kind of small. Yeah, we have been at it for 3 years. Because obviously a small zoo can have a lot of benefactors if you just keep it running for a while. I visited the Zoo Tycoon subreddit yesterday. And there were so many stunningly beautiful zoos on there. It's not a very popular subreddit, but what they do have there is absolutely stunning. And I love it. And I'm almost ashamed of my zoo by comparison. Bison burgers, nice one. Okay, I'll put benches here, because after they've sat down for a while watching this show, they obviously need to sit down again. A decent amount of them are modded. Yeah, but still, you know, the way that they just use scenery to do stuff. I mean, it's basically like Rollercoaster Tycoon as well. The thing is, Rollercoaster Tycoon, I'm not particularly jealous of like New Element members and Dirklink members and all that kind of stuff. Because I know what I'm good at in Rollercoaster Tycoon, right? I'm good at the technical stuff, I'm not good at beautiful parks, and that's fine. But I don't have that for Zoo Tycoon yet. I'm not good at Zoo Tycoon. I can become good, but I am not yet. So for now, I am jealous of people who are better at the game than me. Also, poor giraffes and unicorns. There's literally no one visiting their... Also, are the unicorns dead? Or are they just inside? Charlie? Nope, they're dead. And they never made a baby. Well, I'll just put in unicorns again. Where's the unicorn? Hang on. Oh, it was rainforest. So it's... Hang on. Where's the unicorn? Wait, that's not rainforest. That's deciduous floor. There it is. Okay, Charlie, use your otter horn to make more babies. More unicorns. Hey, we have another baby orca. Sweet. Shows draw everyone from the zoo towards them, so guests will congregate around them and the shortest spots between them. Yeah, I have noticed. It's crazy. But it's also cool. Because they make a lot of money. If we look here, we hit 22k from donations in November. We make 24k profit in November. That's really good. Oh, part of that is from selling the Stegosauri. But that's still good. Great from generating money from restaurants along those paths in addition to the grandstands. But the rest of the zoo is a ghost town. Yeah, I have noticed. Which is a bit unfortunate. But I suppose there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, look at that guy. He's drinking. Isn't that cool? That's absolutely lovely. There are lots of hungry guests. Seriously, why are there still hungry guests? There are food stalls everywhere. What's wrong with ye? Like... Okay, there might not be toilets everywhere, but there are toilets in the restaurants. Seriously. What's wrong with ye? Oh, I'll need some water to calm down, thank you. Like, I can understand there being not enough toilets. Because there might frankly be not enough. So, that should be better. I'm loving the Zoo Tycoon stream, so am I. Okay, is this enough? Like, this is madness. More hot dog stands. It's possible that the restaurants are getting full. They can only hold so many guests and shows are concentrating them so much. Well, they have about 300 guests in the zoo. Okay. So if I just build a lot of hot dog stands here, then that shouldn't happen, right? That shouldn't be a problem. Like, there are so many hot dog stalls here. Unless they're very picky about the food and lots of them might not want to eat hot dogs. But like, now it should not be a problem anymore. There are also quite a few drink stalls. I have 5 hot dog stalls in a row there, and it's a ghost town there anyway. A lot of winding paths and the guests are super slow. Yeah, okay, but there are now literally hot dog stalls everywhere. And they have not been increased in price. And I'll just make this 2 drink stalls. And there's a drink stall there, there's a drink stall there. I'll just replace one of these with a drink stall. Like, there should be literally 0 problems now. I'll replace one of these benches with a drink stall. This should fix it. Oh, the length of the shows. Yeah, the shows are insanely long. They are really insanely long. No, I don't want to click on the guest. Hang on, what did they say? Was that what was that supposed to be? What was that supposed to be? Like, the shows are about as long as possible. So what if I remove some of this? I'm learning so much. That's really cool. After a while they get bored seeing the same tricks over and over again. Yeah, but I did like only put an extra trick if it increased the happiness bonus. Okay. We can remove that wave to crowd. We literally had 4 wave to crowds. Okay, that is a lot shorter. Now time for the Dolphin show. Can I still charge 12 if it's so much shorter? Okay, let's remove a bubble jump, a tail walk, a wave to crowd. A hope jump, play with ball, another tail walk, flip, heli flop. Happiness bonus in the show screen shows how much the next trick is supposed to add. It's misleading because other business guests do get bored, so it doesn't add happiness. Aha. There is so much to learn. Okay, I've shortened this one as well. And I'll lower the show price to 10. On both of them. Let's see if that increases the goodness of my zoo. So, the problem was that I made the tricks, the show's too good. Right? Because the guests would be sitting there for too long. They weren't just leaving to get food. No, they were sitting there. They were getting their money's worth. And, you know, if they starve, so be it, damn it. But this should fix it. The numbers have gone down a bit, but they were going down before as well. And then they went up again. I mean, that's cool. Also, I should save. Adding the stalls, reducing the price and shortening the show should help a lot. I hope it does. Probably going up and down as the show started and ended. Yeah, you're probably right. So I don't know how much I can charge for these kind of things. I think I made them like a bit more expensive than when they were when I placed them. There was another person called ZT Freaks who told me a lot. Hello, Jeremeister and Fruchtfisk. Okay, yeah, but if guests aren't becoming happier now, then I don't know anymore. There's an overload of stalls. And the shows are shorter. This is really good. Thank you for the 3 months, Jeremeister. You can see on the bottom that the guests are happy with the zoo, though. It's 80. It used to be in the 70s. Zoo rating 92. That's the highest I've had so far, I think. Is there an award for a high zoo rating? Wait, best orca show in the country. And I got orca statue. Cool. Like, I already got best zoo, which might be like a 90 zoo rating. Is there also one for like 95? Something like that. I got a 92. 95 is really high though. Can we also... I don't think we can see guest happiness here. Did you know you can get gold path for placing a lion, tiger and bear in the same exhibit? Oh, can you? I'll have to try that. But first, I'm gonna place my orca statue. Oh yeah. Where is it? It's a Mexican statue. It's an Asian elephant statue. Where's the... Oh, there it is. That is cool. I'll not place it in front of this show. I'll place it here. Okay, so... a tiger, a lion, and a bear. So... lion. And... tiger. Oh, we have a Bigfoot as well. Huh. Where's the bear? There's the bear. Okay, did I just unlock gold path? I did. Cool, I do remember that path. Well, I'd worry if I were you. Oh, I can't sell them because they're not in an exhibit. Oh, hang on. There we go. Zoo rating's getting trashed. Does it have that big of an impact? I suppose it makes sense having escaped animals. Lol. How expensive is the golden path? Okay, the cheapest is I believe the dirt. At 10, the golden path is 100! Yeah, it's the most expensive for by a factor of 2. It's beautiful though. Like, I like it. It adds to guest happiness. Does it really? Well, then I know where to build it. On the most trafficked part in the zoo. Wait, no, not there. There's the path. And there. It's not golden, it's a yellow brick road. Same thing. Dirt takes away guest happiness. Does it? It's cool that the paths influence that though. Okay, how about we replace some of the dirt path then? Also, have any of you noticed that we've been playing without trees for like quite a while? After a while you just often don't notice anymore. I noticed what some kind of weird meta you were using. Well, I remember that back in the day I would often play with trees off for basically as my standard as well. And then only turn it on when I need to. You know what, we're gonna use a different version. With asphalt path. And when I need to, it's basically when you're building an exhibit. Like this is with trees on. You never stop noticing. Well, I do. And Cerulean does as well, apparently. And I suppose most people do. It just looks so much nicer with trees on. Yeah, but you kinda get used to it without any trees. It doesn't really feel like there's anything missing. Even though, obviously, there is something missing. Yeah, you really get used to not seeing them. Which is weird. But like, this doesn't look wrong to me. I know it's wrong. I know there are trees missing. But it doesn't look wrong to me. Neither does this. It both looks right to me. It's really interesting. I probably would look wrong if I didn't do this as a kid as well. But since I did this as a kid, then, you know, I'm used to it still. They take up so much room visually when building other things, as you typically play with them off unless you're building exhibits. Yeah, exactly. And it's because you never play streets. You never play streets in Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's pretty accurate. I only ever destroy trees. Ooh, dang. Takes a while for the zoo rating to recover as well. You know what? I'm gonna hire a few more mechanics. Just so that no fence will break down. Also, interesting thoughts, Aurelian. Guests can walk on the grass here, right? I've seen them doing it a few times already. But for some reason, I could still trap guests. Like, if you do this, this will trap them. Oh, Grand Stand 2 is too overcrowded. Well, I can't help that everyone's going there. Or do I need to make the path like too wide? Like, this person is trapped here forever. If I put them here, I think they'll... Will they find the path? I think they might be looking that way walking that way deliberately. Seems like it. Oh, yeah, I have a few tour guides, but then I forgot to hire more. So let's hire more. I can't be asked to assign them to exhibits. Yeah, Nicolas Cage has given birth again. I'm really getting into the finances of this. Employee wages, yeah, that has gone up. It's interesting, you always get the private donations at the end of the month. Not during the month. But you get like very few, because currently we have 7. 9. But then at the end of the month, you suddenly get a whole lot more. Yeah, Nicolas Cage is female. And Deborah is male. Interestingly enough. How many giraffes do we have? I feel like Nicolas Cage has been busy. 1, 2, 6. Including Nicolas Cage. There's not enough sand to... Wait, what? Okay. Is that better? Still not enough sand terrain. Is it too much dirt? Is it too dirty for ya? Or is it too watery for ya? Okay. It's well suited. How about we already place another extra exhibit for the next time Die wilt produce ein Baby. Okay, how about another small one then? Maybe that'll fit. Oh, there. Let's just place it with the back to the fence. There we go, much better. Don't listen to the animal complaints, they're never satisfied. Yeah, they will be satisfied. That's not true. Name a male lion Shaggy. I mean, with all the babies, that's a pretty accurate name. Holy damn, that's a lot of lions. How many do we have? This is madness. Let's see. So, that's 4 female. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 10 lions. Is it too busy? It's not enough sand. It was good previously. Is it because there's more animals it changes? So really, you might know this. Does it change when you get more animals? Also, yeah, there were definitely too many. And a few old animals have already died. Okay, that's good enough. For now. Like, again, it's sand that I suddenly want. Oh, and not enough shelters. Well, I can provide another shelter. Hang on, is that in front? Yeah, that's in front of the gate. More animals does change requirements. Ah, it's too small so it messes with the math. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Oh god, I can place one there, but the stupid little lion is in the way. You can't actually randomly place them outside. You can only do it by deleting the fence. Throw the child in with the orca. That's not how that works. Can I even do that? Will they be... No, you can't even do that. You can do it the other way around, I think. Then they'll just get in like a cage with water in it. You notice now you've sold, some of those requirements are gone. I've also given them sand. So, you know. That might have caused the requirement to go away. Yeah, you know, sand to drink from. I drink sand every morning. If they didn't have the sand before, they do need that. Not a lot. Yeah, it's both the giraffes and the lions that for some reason I didn't give them the sand earlier. Okay, so the guests are now at 83 and the zoo rating is back to 92. It had a nice little dip to 62. It was 93 even. Hot damn. That's very high. How many guests do we have? 294. It's still not great. Like, how are there still so many hungry and thirsty guests? The shows aren't long. There are hot dogs and drink stalls flipping everywhere. They're not expensive, at least not more expensive than they start out as. Would you visit this zoo if it was a real place? No, probably not. But because it's not a good zoo. But that doesn't matter. Because my parks in Roller Coaster Tycoon that make the guests very happy aren't good parks either. So that doesn't matter. Wow, we have a lot of lines. I just don't understand the problem with the guests not, you know, the guests always being hungry. And that's a really recent thing, because at the start of the stream, we had like 5 thirsty guests or something like that. So why has that suddenly increased? That's really weird. Or are all these not accessible because they're not on path? Technically, because there's no path underneath them. Ugh. Drink some water, oh thank you. Have you made the park an RCT that was personalized to you? No, because I'm not good enough for that. The path shouldn't matter. I mean, that's my reasoning as well, but I'm trying to find the reason somewhere that the zoo's doing shit. Oh, it's not doing shit, but could do better. But there's another restaurant at the other side of the grandstands. See if that fixes it so they aren't all trying to go to the same restaurant when the show is over. So you mean one here? Okay. I'll put a Prairie Dog restaurant here because that has a small enough footprint. Or I'll just put a normal sized restaurant. Oh god. There's guests in the way. Dying, 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 dying. Oh, there's a bench in the way. Whoops. And I'm gonna build path around it. Just like that. Buying, buying. I love the arrow sound here. Dying, 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 dying. It's magnificent. Oh, whoops. You can also do just really inappropriate things like... Yeah, that'll make the animals happy. Love the back button, by the way. That was a good roar. This video is sponsored by Dying. Thank you very much for Dying, for making all these dying sound effects possible. Go to www.dying.com/MarcelVos to get 10% off your first purchase of big doings. Big, massive, vibrating doings. Ooh, this show's popular again. We're back to 139k. Hell yeah. That's a good quote. From now on, Marcel's going to start his videos by saying "Doing everyone" and welcome to another Doing Yo. Anyway, I think it's time to add another animal. How about a kangaroo? Because they dying. Where shall we place it? How about... I don't think we currently have a zookeeper, only one assigned. Do we even have kangaroos? They should be desert animals, right? Okay, we don't have a kangaroo as a desert animal. No one realizes it's literally the present tense of to do. I indeed did not realize. Okay, so kangaroos are a thing. Oh yeah, a radaroo. I'm doinging towards bed. I'll be doinging in your bed or your mom's bed. Let's do these. There we go. That's on exhibit. And we'll do brick path. So whenever quote 470 is read, like a year from now, people will read doing. Yeah. Indeed they will. Big, massive, vibrating doings. Also, Cerulean, I have this habit of often putting one male with 2 females. Is that like a legit strategy? Or does that not really work? You know, to get more offspring. It's too much grass. Well, yeah, no duh. Alright, that's that. Okay, what else do we want? Not enough dirt. Do we also need... It doesn't even have specific requirements for fresh water. But it does still like some. More dirt still. And some sand. Is this good enough? Too much savanna grass. Okay, I can solve that for you. That's not good. Okay, this is happy. What kind of foliage does it want? The hard Kwandong tree. Okay, sorry, that's just funny. Because there's hard dong in the name. Damn, that's a cool looking tree. Okay, time to make them more happier. By enabling the grid. Not really, there's a timer that happens. There's a suitability and happiness check on the animals to see if they want to mate. Then a bit of RNG happens to see if they actually do. If so, they will mate with one animal of the opposite sex if they are present. So it's better to have an equal spread of males and females. That makes sense. I can't make these because they're already as big as one of the grid. Oh, then it's fine. That does make sense. But I suppose... Yeah, no, that does indeed make sense. So doing 3 is not better than doing 2. Although if you start with 1 male and 2 females and you get another male, then that's better than just starting with 2, 1 male and 1 female. Eucalyptus and red gum trees are also good for kangaroos and you can clump them. Yeah, but that's fine. Also, not enough shelters. Let's first do shelters. Do they like a stable? No. Do they like a lean-to? You know, where you can lean at the wall. Shouldn't I have like the big version of that available at some point? Oh, I do. Let's build a large lean-to then. How about 2 large lean-tos? Nice. Oh, this is the eucalyptus tree. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Gonna hire a few more of those fellas. I'm gonna provide... I don't know if this sign actually does anything, but I like to have these signs. Oh, there is also a separate eucalyptus tree. Oh yeah, I see. Huh. Interesting. The building play sound sounds like a windscreen wiper's turn back sound. Does it? I don't hear that in that. Any other people who hear that in it? You hear it? Your wife sounds like that you need to visit a mechanic. Well, it's probably a little bit. I don't drive very often, so I'm not that familiar to the sound. I probably should drive a little bit more. But I believe I'm a fine driver. Now, most people believe that. And I don't believe I'm a great driver, but I believe I'm at least average. Maybe it's partly because I did pass my exam the first time. And many people don't. Well, in America they do. But here they don't. Oh, I'm definitely better than your average American driver. That's just because you don't need to actually learn to drive to get your license in America. Okay, how about we use this scientist here and put another big animal opposite it. Like a scientist animal. So how about giant tortoises? Do giant tortoises actually need a big fence? I believe they don't. Just gonna go with this. This is way too big for them, but it's fine. Okay, tortoises. How often do you drive? Probably a few times a year. Often to the other side of the country. Okay, where's our scientist? There he is. You get this exhibit as well, buddy. Now I just need to wait until they're hatched. I had to take a multiple choice quiz with questions like, what does this sign mean? The sign says lane ends. Yeah, that's really easy. So what we have to do is we have a multiple choice quiz about knowledge, but the questions are often maybe slightly more difficult than that. At least that's what I was doing. It's a little bit different now. Basically the same, but it's grouped a bit differently. But when I did it, it was like we had a multiple choice quiz. And then with 40 questions, and you needed to have at least 35 correct. Then you also had another multiple choice quiz, which was danger assessment. And there you had a lot of like photos of different scenarios and a little bit of text description. You know, something like, you know, you're driving at 10 kilometers an hour in a parking lot and there's a child 50 meters away in front of you on the road. What do you do? And then the answers are always do nothing, take your foot off the gas, or brake. And those are a lot more difficult, especially because the difference, especially if you're going slow, the difference between braking and taking your foot off the gas can be very small. So there you needed to get the majority correct, so at least 13 out of 25. And I believe I got 38 right on the knowledge test and about 18 or 17 on the danger assessment test. That's just the theoretical test, by the way. I also needed to do a practical test, obviously, which was 45 minutes of driving through Assen, which is the city, well, you know, where I took my exam. And where I also had my driving lessons. They are hatched. How cute are they? And I had to, you know, drive through the center, go on the highway for a minute or two. You know, go on all kinds of different roads. I had to do 2 special maneuvers. I think one of them was backing into a parking spot. Another one was maybe a stop or like some kind of turn. I don't know. I don't remember what I had to do exactly. Driving through the center was especially difficult. And I also had to have lessons. Like, in America, you don't need to take lessons. And if you do, your parents can just teach you. But in the Netherlands, it is impossible to take a driver's exam on your own. As far as I know, you can only take your driver's exam in the Netherlands through a driving school. Like, only a driving school can apply you for an exam. And for that, they will only do that if they think you'll pass it. And for that, you need to obviously have at least 1 lesson. I asked my driving instructor about this. And the best teacher, the best student he ever had was a kid who only needed 3 lessons. And that was enough. Because apparently his dad had often let him just drive home. When he was like 14, 15. Which is obviously very not okay. But it did mean he was already quite good at driving. I needed 19 lessons of 2 hours each. So 38 hours of lessons with a qualified driver's instructor. I also had a halfway test. Which is something you can do. You don't have to. And if you do your special maneuvers correctly during your halfway test, you don't need to do them again during the exam. But don't worry, I failed both my special maneuvers. And I did quite badly on the halfway test. But I passed both the theoretical and the practical exam first time. So did my stepbrother. And my brother failed the theoretical exam once because he started learning too late. But we all passed the practical exam the first time. Which is kind of cool because most people, like 50% or something, like fail it the first time. Name a... I assume you mean one of these. Kangaroo Kappa. Oh no, that's going to be a kangaroo. Kangaroo Kappa. Nice name. Where were the kangaroos? Were they like there? Yes, they are. Kangaroo Kappa. Now I know the Kappa is not actually part of it, but I don't care. It said it in the message. So now it's part of it. But the thing is, even with all these lessons in the Netherlands, with all the, you know, just strict requirements for actually getting your license, that one's standing on top of another. I still felt like I couldn't really drive. after I got my license. It took at least another year of fairly regular driving before I was really confident behind the wheel. And before I had like, okay, now I can actually properly drive. So the thing is, when you get your license, you're not really a good driver yet. But you are safe enough on the road. That's the goal. That's what I want to assess. And then it takes a lot of doing, because 38 hours is not that much, obviously. Especially if half of the time is literally spent learning fundamentals. Like, obviously no one can become a good driver in 40 hours. That's just not how it works. You just need to do a lot more. But you can get good enough fundamentals that you're safe on the road after those 40 or 30 hours. It's fun that you say good enough to Toxic Avenger, because the Netherlands has some of the strictest requirements for driving licenses in the world. There might be a few countries stricter, maybe Germany is or something like that, but not many. And we also have some of the safest roads in the world. Also, I'm happy that it never rains in this game. Because I'm not a particularly big fan of the raining Roller Coaster Tycoon. I do not believe that this is a coincidence. No, it is not. Well, it's not a coincidence, but it's not the entire explanation. Because just good road design, you know, just go watch Not Just Bikes if you want some more info on that. But good road design is a very big part of it as well. Oh, I only have 65k left. Were these tortoises so expensive? Also, these are somewhat elephants. Let's build a lot of elephant statues. 4 is enough. It's also the fact that public transport and biking infrastructure and pedestrian infrastructure is good enough here that if you hate to drive, or if you're not good at driving because you're getting old or whatever, you don't have to drive. It's a few exceptions, not perfect by any means, but most of the time you don't have to drive if you live in at least some kind of reasonably sized town of like 10k or more, which is really nice. Okay, problem is we're not really making enough money. Also, Ceridian, I have a question. Why am I spending slightly more than 1,000 per month on marketing? What's the other little bit on? This 1,000 is for the entrance, obviously. But what's the other little bit for? Are those dinosaurs? Yeah, the tortoises and the mammoths are considered dinosaurs by the game. They're extinct now. They're not actual dinosaurs, but they are from the Dinosaur Digs expansion pack, and they need a scientist and all that kind of stuff. I find it more fun personally, but only barely since I like the animals so much. I will readily admit that RCT is an objectively better game. I agree with you. Not necessarily that I prefer this over RCT, but I do agree that RCT is an objectively better game. If not just for the replayability, because I've said this before. If you have, like, this Stegosaurus exhibit. If you have an exhibit this size, it's basically always gonna be roughly the same. Sure, you can swap some trees out, you can maybe, have the water in a slightly different shape, maybe have a few small lakes or whatever. But it's always gonna look roughly the same. And with roller coasters, you can vary so much more and decorate them in so many more different cool ways. Like, you can decorate the same LAM launched coaster as a futuristic coaster, as a, very steampunk coaster, as an ice coaster. There's so much more variety that I do think that makes it a better game. But you can't make a zoo in it. You need a zoo tycoon. Because zoos and theme park are so quintessential as attractions to go to. that you need a Zoo Tycoon. And you don't want to mix them. You want one game that's optimized for zoos, and you want one game that's optimized for theme parks. You don't want wilds in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. That, like, it's fun, but it doesn't work, obviously, as a zoo simulator, because it's not. That's where getting creative with scenery comes in a Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yeah, you can obviously still be creative, but it's a little bit less. Maybe I should do the scenarios at some point. The thing is, at the moment we can't really build a lot. And I kind of wanna, but we're kind of slightly out of money. I can build some cheap animals, sure. Best orca show in the country. I never knew that was an award I could get, but I got it. All I know is I want the Parkitect people to make a zoo management game. I first want Parkitect to actually become popular. Because I don't believe Parkitect is that popular. And I believe part of the reason, although Minecraft doesn't really agree with that, but I think part of the reason that Parkitect isn't really all that popular is that it was released really slowly. Like 10 years ago, or no, not 10 years ago, but like 5 years ago, Parkitect was already a thing. But barely. It was like really alpha, bare bones. It was already sort of released and was already being marketed, but it wasn't really good yet. And it very slowly got better, while not being a new game, because Minecraft was a very new game. Let's do something cheap. Giant anteaters are probably cheap. And they don't need very expensive fences. I think that if Parkitect was just a finished game, you know, like Planet Coaster, and then was released as the spiritual successor to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, it probably would have done a lot better. But because, you know, the first time I played Parkitect, I was like, okay, I see the point. I see that it could become a success, but it's a bit lame at the moment. Because there's not too much to do yet. It's a bit bare bones. And it didn't really work. Okay, okay, why am I starting with dirt and not with rainforest? Warthogs are an income generator. Super cheap to buy and they make billions of babies that you can sell. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll give you more dirt back later. There we go. Ah, they don't want that much grass. Usually rainforest animals want more grass. Okay, I think I need to give them burrows. I played Nerdy Parkitect build, found it to have a very steep learning curve, which I don't think was what the average RCT fan was looking for. Yeah, I don't know if it was because I didn't put enough effort into it, or because it does indeed have a steep learning curve. But for me it was a little bit of that as well. It might have been that I just didn't really put the effort in it, because I was doing Roller Coaster Tycoon at the moment. And what am I doing here? I need to go to foliage. I didn't really want to put much effort into that, so probably a combination. Hang on, what's their favorite tree? It's the Ulmo tree! What the hell's an Ulmo tree? Oh, there it is. Oh, hang on, we can make them very happy with that. Just like that, baby. Hell yeah. If I recall correctly, you want to place trees from South America with South American animals, Indian with Indian. That makes sense, but this is their favorite tree, so this one's definitely correct. Parkitect died a death by 1,000 cuts that it kept it from getting big like RCT. Yeah, basically. I think you mean a similar thing that I said, right? Or do you mean something else? If you do, please explain. Because Planet Coaster did succeed. Because it was a finished game when it was released. Not, you know, not superly finished. You still got updates and stuff. But it was a properly finished game. And Parkitect just wasn't. And, you know, if it's a finished game, if it gets announced like a big thing, you know, with a lot of ads by a big studio. I know that Parkitect is an indie game. It's not made by a big studio. But yeah, you know, then you get YouTubers covering it because, you know, they know that people will be looking for it. And the ball goes rolling. Damn, they like a lot of trees. It just keeps going. They must be extremely happy now. At the last one. Do they want any rocks? Nope. It means a bunch of little things held it back rather than a single or couple of big things. Yeah, I mean, I know what the definition of 1,000 cuts is, but like, what kind of little things do you mean? Because I meant more like, because the fact that it wasn't really a properly finished thing, and or like what kinds of things do you mean? Oh, we got 25k. Best Zoo, gold trophy. Nice. We needed it as well, because even with this 25k, we're only at like 56k. It did release in early access, so not being released while finished was the point. Yeah, but even though that might, you know, that was on purpose. I know it was on purpose. But I think that might have still done some damage to the game. Because it's not like a beta test where just a few people get access. If you just release it early access where it's not finished to everyone, then everyone thinks, oh hey, the new game is there. Then they play it, oh it sucks. Even though they know it's early access, but you still go with it like, hey, it sucks. Or it's, you know, or the idea is nice, but it's clearly not finished. Zoo rating 94. It's almost 95. I have a feeling we get an award for that. But I might be disappointed. I'm doing quite well. I think you need 30 different species for the silver plaque, by the way. Can we just cheat that? Hang on. How many species do I currently have? 1, 2. Holy crap, we have a lot of tigers. Yeah, definitely too many. Let's sell some. That makes us a little bit of money. There we go, that's much better. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we already had the giraffes. 13, 14. Oh, we already done that. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He's on his own. 19. The unicorns is not big enough. The unicorns exhibit. Okay, I'll give you a female to mate with. It wasn't properly finished when it became publicly available. It has a steeper learning curve than some people expected. It didn't get a lot of press outside the RCT community from what I recall, and it released pretty soon after RCT World, which was also an unfinished game at release, so I know several people drew comparison and thought Parkitect was a cash grab. Okay, yeah. That's not what I had in mind, so thank you for the explanation. And yeah, I do understand that. That makes a lot of sense. So, this is too small, is it? Oh, we do have 4 unicorns. 3 and 6. Hang on. Oh. So, I'll just sell a male and a female. Oh, that gives a lot of money. These are worth a lot. That's good. Oh, thank you for the 3 months stamp test. Another month, another Marcel. Hell yeah. $98 animal happiness. That's... I mean, if 100 is the max, then that's really high. Oh, we almost have 400 guests. We still have a lot of hungry and thirsty guests. I think there's no winning. Like, if this doesn't help, then... you can't win. Well, you almost have 400 guests, so that's nice. Oh, did Nicolas Cage die? Oh. Oh. Maar of old age, so it's fine. Not like of illness or anything. Damn, these still haven't grown. Just beware those shelters. Now that you sold those unicorn, you don't want to repeat the tiger suitability issue. We don't have that many shelters, right? Oh, we do. That's probably a better idea. Thank you for the heads up. Do the penguins have the same problem? No, they're fine. More rocks. That's probably... Damn, that many more? Did I mess it up that badly? Holy damn. Well, that helped a lot. People who missed you naming an animal Nicolas Cage are probably very confused. Oh, if I say Nicolas Cage died. Yeah. Although I did say Nicholas, not Nicholas. It would be kind of weird for me to randomly say that. You know, as if I would randomly say, you know, now like, oh, Alan Rickman has died. Like, okay, cool. That happened years ago anyway. Rip Alan Rickman, by the way. He was such a great Snape. Obviously, he's played more roles, but I remember his own. I'm only a Snape. Snape. Severus Snape. Snape. Yeah. Isn't there like another very breed happy animal? Yeah, Warthogs. Wait, did I call these Warthogs? They're anteaters. Didn't we talk... Did you say earlier that Warthogs were baby makers? For some reason I thought my anteaters were baby makers, but it's the Warthogs. I was slightly confusing them. Well, I'm gonna make Warthogs now. Dumbledore! I love Harry Potter puppet pals. With rocks there isn't a huge advantage to doing a bunch of small rocks. What I usually do is place the largest rocks possible, and once the animals say they don't like it, I go down one size. Oh, that makes sense. Hyenas make a ton of babies too. Now do they? Well, I'll first do Warthogs. Haha, they're sniffing each other's ass. They don't like that? Well, then you don't get the third animal either. Screw you. I'll first get you a zookeeper. Okay. Yeah, they want a lot of savannah and dirt. Hyena birth is disgusting. Yeah, they need to go like... Don't they need to go like through a 17-inch clitoris or something? Yes, you heard that right. Thank you for the follow, Rambling Onion. And Sly, you want name one of the Warthogs, Timon. He's not brown though. Timon is brown. No, Pumbaa's brown. Do you have the wrong... Because Pumbaa is the Warthog. Like, these want a lot of dirt. Presume some fresh water as well. Think that's gonna be good. Not enough sand. Okay, that's better. And then, what's their favorite tree? The thorn bush. Okay, time to fully happify them. Also, yesterday, this is an interesting story. Yesterday, Patrick Roost, they already have a baby. What? Anyway, 2 babies. Yesterday, Patrick Roost, who's a speed skater, skated a new world record. 3 babies. I can't finish my story because there are 3 babies already. Patrick Roost skated a world record on the 3,000 meters at the Dutch Club Championships. Now, what's special about that? Well, he did not skate the personal best. He has been faster 3 times already. Yet, he only skated a world record yesterday. Why? Because the 3,000 meters isn't really an official distance for the men. So, when they skate it, it's often in unofficial competitions, like time trials and whatnot. So there the world record doesn't really count. So, the official world record that was beaten was already the 10th fastest time ever skated, but it still counted. It was all the way back in 2005. So it's really weird that Patrick Roost might now get a world record, but it's not a new personal best. But it was a very good race though. Okay, there are more rocks. And it was an exciting start of the season. Although the season has sort of already started, but... I want to do the small rocks though. I like the way the small rocks look. They want quite a lot of rocks. Although I suppose it's not too dissimilar from like Eliud Kipchoge having the sub 2 hour marathon. But it not counting as an official world record. But then again, he had like pacemakers and stuff, which all the other 3K skaters didn't have. There was nothing, there was no advantage yet. Maybe like quartet starts, some had, but still. These are still not grown. It takes a long ass time. Looks a bit messy with so many small rocks. Oh, I like it. Quite like it. Oh, we have a zoo rating of 95 and we don't get an award. But damn, the zoo is doing well. Do we have our 400 guests? No, we do not. Like 72 are thirsty. And they're all near restaurants or drink stalls. Like, why are they all thirsty? I don't get it. I really don't get it. What happened in February? Oh yeah, lose animals on purpose. So, Ceridian, I have a question. Is there, like, is it possible to make a zoo that actually makes money fast? Because if I would, like, just build new exhibits at a reasonable pace, especially, you know, if you include dinosaurs, then there's no way I'm gonna make enough money. Because, you know, I'm talking to you guys. I'm spending quite a bit just moving about the zoo, waiting for more money, quite a bit of time, while, you know, while talking over it. So, of course I'm not good at this, so there might very well be a way. But at the moment, we're not making all that much money, while the guests are doing constantly shows and restaurants and whatnot. So, if this doesn't make enough money, then I wonder what will. Because it makes enough money, but it takes a while. You know, we don't have enough money for like a proper T-Rex exhibit at the moment, I think. You have to build a lot of shows and attractions. Yeah, that must make sense. I have a few. They're slightly off the beaten path, but I mean, this is the beaten path. Then they should be able to reach this show. Or is the pathfinding worse than I thought? Plus having really highly popular exhibits to max donations. Yeah, I suppose that works as well. Let's see my exhibit list. Do I get like a... Somewhere there's a popularity thing, right? Okay, 0 popularity. 1 star. 2 star. Half a star. 0. Those don't have popularity. Or... No, they don't have funds? Oh, I accidentally clicked on it. Nothing. 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 The highest I have is 2... I literally have only one with more than 1 star. Why are they all so unpopular? Like, they're all fine exhibits. But maybe you need some kind of scenery around it to make them popular? Like, what does Exhibit 3 have? It's the L-shaped exhibit. Why is that so much popular? So much more popular than all the others. Lol, it has the 1 bit. Is it that 1 bit of concrete fence that I accidentally left in? People spending too much time at shows can't look at the exhibit. Yeah, but this one is like off the beaten path. But why is this one so much more popular than the Crocs or this one with the lions? Lions have an excellent exhibit, by the way. Suitability of literally 100. Popularity comes from exhibit suitability. You have to be above 90 in average to get anything. Oh, 99 plus to get it really high. But this is like the lions exhibit. If I click on the gate, it has 0 stars. Yet it has a suitability of 100. And babies. There are always babies in the lions exhibit. They screw like rabbits. We might have too many again. Yeah. So, bye-bye. 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 You know what, let's sell some more, then we're good for a while. There we go. Hang on, do I only have one? No, I have 3. Shelters. Weren't the lions also the ones that complained about food but were shacking instead? No, they were shacking before they even had a zookeeper to give them food. Okay, how are the warthogs doing? How many do we have? I think it's easier to just... 7. No, wait. I deleted 2. Wait, did just... Is one already gone? Oh no, we renamed it. So you have 5. Okay, still have 5. Okay, this one's not dead, by the way. It's just laying about. In this particular case, it might be that no guests are there to view them. Which is the fault of the shows. The fault in our shows. But it's quite close to the tiger exhibit. Also, the tiger exhibit is definitely overcrowded. Yep. Let's sell a few of those. That gives us some money. It's not too bad. How about the crocodile exhibit? Yeah, also overcrowded. You sold lions, now one died of old age. Ah, we still have plenty. I hope... I'm not actually looking at the gender of the ones that I'm selling. Hey, Santa. How you doing, mate? I don't hear any noise from him. Why is this one not participating? Is he not fully... He is fully grown. Oh, thank you for the bits, Paleo Philosopher. Why is there a Santa? Because it was Christmas. Obviously. How many giraffes do we have left? Enough to make babies? Female. Female. Is that all? Is Deborah still alive? No. We don't have any male giraffes. There we go. Have a good time shagging. Maybe there's a maximum amount of orcas that can perform. Good point. Where's orca number 1? The oldest. Bye-bye. Okay, how many bison do we have? Only 4. So we don't need to sell any of those. And they're all male. Well, I'm gonna sell 2 of them then. And I'm going to place 2 females. The people watching the show must be so confused. Why did that orca just disappear? Nah, you know, it happens. Oh yeah, I remember the witch in the plane, especially the plane. That was really cool. So by the way, this is what my zoo really looks like. If I have trees enabled. Do zoo maps actually do anything? I always place a zoo map. But do they actually help guests? Or are the guests too stupid to benefit from that? Because it seemed like they might be, with them all being hungry and thirsty. While there are stalls everywhere. Like, jeez. How stupid are you? But the zoo is coming along nicely. Yes, yes, it already exists. We are getting somewhat close to 100k again. I don't think the maps make a difference. They just look nice. That would make sense. Also, it also would make sense if it did make a difference. And we are at a really nice high zoo rating. I'm kind of proud of that. Hey, we have more than 400 guests. Neat. It has been going up fairly steadily for a while now. Zoo donations, 44k. Yeah, but that was partly an award. What do we see here? Building list. The most profitable is, of course, all the restaurants and stuff. But also the show grandstands. Least profitable, Prairie Dog Cafe 2. You know what? I'm not gonna sell it because I like it there. And Rainforest Restaurant 1. And Restaurant 3. This is literally next to the... Okay, I didn't make it more expensive, but still. This is literally next to the grandstand, but they're all walking the other way. They're all sitting on the other side. All the gift shops. This is literally next to the entrance. I did make it slightly more expensive. But still. Although the gift shop might be too expensive. Someone told me I could max it out, but maybe that's not as true. I mean, in Roller Coaster Tycoon, I know there's a lot of misinformation. So... Because there I can actually detect it. So in Zoo Tycoon that might be as well. The only difference the map makes is that if you have the guest's favorite animal in the zoo, they will head straight for it after viewing the map. Oh right, there are favorite animals. I just tried to press backspace to get rid of the windows. Let's click on a few guests. Favorite animal. Snow leopard. Leopard. Lowland gorilla. Giant panda. Black bear. Caudipteryx. Woolly rhino. Giant panda. Nothing, you're an employee. You don't have a favorite animal. Green moray eel. There's literally not a single one I've had so far. African bighorn. Jaguar. Sperm, hee. Whale. Apatosaurus. I did like Apatosauri. Giant ground sloth. Mexican grey wolf. Green moray eel. Black leopard. Okapi. It sounds like a Pokemon. And, there's not a single animal I have had so far. Snow leopard and the clouded leopard and the normal leopard are quite popular. Guests will also always donate to the exhibit of their favorite animal, but the amount is still determined by the suitability and happiness. Makes sense. The Kulef... I didn't really want to replace her. The... whatever that is. The orangutan. I want to find at least one that I have. Like, come on. African warthog. Yes. Hang on. You like African warthogs? There you go. Oh, I still need to... do that. And place one here. How are you playing this? Well, I'm sitting in my chair and I'm moving the mouse with my right arm and I'm using the keyboard with my left arm. Yeah, they just very calmly walk out. It's no big deal for them. Like they're used to being picked up by God. Okay, have they bred again? No, they haven't. Okay, they don't breed that much. How many animals do these large burrows hold? 6? Because a burrow's 4. Yeah, 6. Okay, so we have for 18... No, we only have 2, so we have space for 12. Well, that's enough for a while. You can also buy a disc. Yeah, but the disc is expensive and can break. Just get a digital somewhere without getting a virus. That's what I did. Like, probably like 6-7 years ago. And I think I played it like for an hour or so back then. Probably in Kids Zoo, just getting a little bit of nostalgia. But the last time I really played it before Thursday was very long ago. Okay, this is what our zoo is looking now currently. I don't know if the next time I'm gonna continue this. I think the next time I play Zoo Tycoon, I might try to do some of the scenarios. Because, why not? That seems like fun. And I think this zoo is becoming a slight bit stale. So, this is enough for today, by the way. And I'm glad you're all liking it. Because I am liking it. And I could definitely see myself making videos about Zoo Tycoon. So we'll see how that pans out. I really find it interesting that this is a game that I can intuitively know a bit about, because it's still a Tycoon game. But at the same time, I don't know a lot about it, and there are experts in the chat. Which is interesting. I hope you don't mind me asking a lot of questions, Aurelian, although I imagine you might be very happy to share your knowledge, because I know I am when I am helping a big streamer with Roller Coaster Tycoon. I keep thinking you want the scenario when the guests clap at the shows. Yeah, I had at some point something like that as well. I was like, where did all the clapping come from? Did I win something? Pick an Orca and name it Bubba. That'll be the last thing then. Okay. And gone is the sound, because I'm currently looking for someone to raid. Let's see. Zoo Tycoon. Is someone else playing Zoo Tycoon? That's Roller Coaster Tycoon. Well, no one looks to be playing Zoo Tycoon, at least not Zoo Tycoon 1. So let's just raid this person who's playing a Roller Coaster Tycoon. Seems to be a VTuber. Alright, thank you very much. I'll save this again, by the way, later, so that we keep this name. Thank you very much for watching the stream. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Oh yeah. Bye-bye.